All right, guys, CT scanning, is it good? Is it bad? Is it gonna ruin the hobby or is it gonna make it better? I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm all in on CT scanning. Not only that, I am the CT Scanning's brand new ambassador. I wanna let you know, you can use promo code off 25%. Okay, we got it. And we can use promo code go yourself to save 25% on your next CT scan. I don't know, David, if that works out, I don't even know. Okay, I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. I wasn't gonna make any I'm not a drama channel, or at least I try not to be, but I was definitely not gonna give any type of extra shine to this company or to any company. I'm gonna do my best to not mention their name because I just don't want to, but I wanted to give a thoughtful response, and I wasn't going to, but so many people reached out, and I mean a lot. DMs, comments, replies, tags, all kinds of stuff, asking for me to go over what my thoughts are and what this is gonna do, to the community, to Steel product, obviously, and just like the future and stuff like that. So I wanted to give a thoughtful response and just kind of go from there because, and not again, just trying to maybe speak to those people that feel a little bit freaked out about this or lost. And it's already well in the past. Many people have already cashed in on these views. I'm just really just going for, a reasonable and thoughtful response. I'm not going to say thoughtful anymore. That's it. I'm done with that damn word. Okay, let's just start. Okay, you guys have probably seen this company. I think Opossums covered this, Rocks covered this. A lot of people have covered this. Okay. How does it work? Step one, email, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, email us what you have and then we'll give you a quote. That is, I'm just gonna say, just right up front, that is janky as hell. I don't even know what to say about that. Email us what you have and we'll give you a quote. This is so poorly thought out. Just step one style is they don't even have like an infrastructure or something to streamline this. Okay, step two, upon receipt of the payment and product. So you pay in advance. Payment and product. Wait a few days to receive your downloads and CT scans. This goes, I made a little list of pros and cons. Like I said, I thought about this response, not thoughtful. Thought about it. I thought about my response. Step three, once we've been notified data has been downloaded, we will ship the products back using your return label along with the receipt. So that's something that you provide. Okay. One thing that kind of popped out at me is at first I didn't give this too much thought when I saw $75. I mean, I knew for a fact when I saw this first on, and I saw it first on Opossum's channel. When I first thought of 75, I'm like, okay, that really narrows it down to like high-end vintage, right? But then I thought to myself, I'm like, there's no doubt in my mind before the year's out, what do we know about technology? They always make it smaller, cheaper, faster, all of the above. And lo and behold, $15 per pack straight away, right after. That's actually insane. That's like the price of grading a card, if not cheaper, which is just insane. Okay, you guys have probably seen a lot of this. You've seen these images. One thing that I noticed is that words come across a lot better, I think, than images from what I'm seeing here, right? Like, so if I look up there, I can see the words more than anything, right? So the images, not so much. So it's truly comes down to the wording, right? And I don't know if others have said that, but I guess they're scanning full boxes, cases, booster bundles, and the way that they word this stuff, they say like units or like, they use these weird words, which makes me truly believe they don't know what the hell they're talking about. And they wanted to cover all their bases straight away. Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, One Piece. I mean, that's just crazy. Okay. So one thing I do want to key in on, let's see, is let's just start with this blurb right here. Let me go ahead and highlight it. If you haven't heard, we're able to identify holographic cards inside unopened card packs. Visit here for the initial case study of the game's significant attention. If some people have access to, so there's some wording, and I'm going to get into this with my pros and cons. There's some wording in here that leads me to believe certain things because that's just how my mind works. I'm trying to decipher what they're not saying by what they are saying. So you can tell a lot by what the truth is by just simply seeing what they're saying and then think of it transversely, work it backwards. And I'll give you an example of what I mean by that. Okay. So if some people have access, so that means that this has been happening before to this technology, you should too. So, I mean, what heroes in the hobby. They don't know jack about the cards, nor do they care about our hobby whatsoever. But here they are. They're going to come save us from this mysterious problem that we never knew about. So if other people had access to this technology, you should too. It's what's fair and the next logical step. How do we know? Because of the explosion in interest we've received. You've received an explosion of interest because you went public with this, because your scumbag company, and you know, my opinion, you're what I think is a scumbag company, is coming in to cash in on something you guys have already been doing in the hobby for other people for many years. That's my guess. Okay, but now it's public, so you guys want to get ahead of it, right? You guys want to get okay. Between calls from reporters, endless requests to scan packs and kits and kits. Scan a kit. What the hell is a kit, bro? What is a kit? From collectors, investors, card stores, and auction houses, and 28,000% spike. You might as well set 1,000,000% spike, because no one was asking you about this until you guys went public. On our website, demand is clear. That's why we've worked around the clock to develop a reliable method and an affordable cost per pack for CT. Thank God for you guys. Thank God for you guys saving us from this invisible enemy of CT scanning and providing this service for us in the community. Thank God for you. Okay, so we went over the steps, we went over the price, okay? I wanna talk about something real quick, okay? There's a blurb down here. Note to readers, okay? A note to readers. We have been reading the commentary so they're obviously taking the temperature on how we feel about all this. We have been reading the commentary surrounding our reveal and the ability to CT scan and image unopened collector card products. Reasonably, there is controversy around, I would say it's mainly negative. I would say it's like everything that I've seen is negative. There is controversy around if this is a good or a bad thing. We have not taken a position on this. What position are you gonna take, that it's negative for the community? What a stupid blur, who wrote this? However, now the method is public. This is another one of those things, guys. Listen, see the words that they're writing, and think of it in reverse and work it backwards. However, now the method is public, which we can infer with that statement that the method was private, right? And they even say it. Is it fair that it is limited to a small subset of people? So, okay, this is like the, TCG elite humans, right? That have access to these people that have high power CT scanners. We have taken a position that making this technology available to the general public evens the playing field against wealthy investors and bad actors from working in secret, which leads me to my first con about this, okay? This has likely been happening and yes, I have Post-its. Again, I wanted to think about my response. This has been happening in private for a good while, is my guess. My guess is years. I don't know how far CT scanners go back, but I'm assuming as much, if not further, than Pokemon cards. I'm just saying that. I'm just gonna throw that out there, okay? Wealthy investors, blah, 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 BS. Forum and comment sections seem unified that it's not a question of if the scanning services will be available, but when. If this is true, wouldn't it be better to offer this service immediately to prevent a small number of people from taking advantage of this for themselves? Just by reading this has sleazeball, used car, filth words all over it for me. This disgusts me. The person writing this, I could just imagine what they look like and talk like. They are literally creating a fictitious boogeyman and saving you from it, okay? All right, some other cons. This is gonna put weighing through the roof, okay? Because obviously the most natural path here is to obviously not grade Garbodors, okay? Nice try. It's going to be grading first edition base set, first edition period, EX era packs. I'm sorry, not grading, scanning. Scanning first edition packs, EX era, everything Wizards of the Coast, anything worth scanning where they know that there's a holo in it. Believe me, people aren't going to send in packs if they don't know if it's light or heavy. And I'm hugely against weighing. This is going to push weighing through the roof, okay? I think this hurts Pokemon appeal overall. That's another con. And because it's going to make people more nervous to enter the hobby. There's so many more unknowns with this, right? Weighing was an issue in and of itself, okay? I've been a victim of weighing countless times, right? But at least with weighing, you don't know what you're getting. You just know that there's a high likelihood that you're going to have a holo, right? With this combines weighing and fuses CT scanning, and it equals BS. Okay, a lot of people are saying this is going to destroy the seal market. I like to think of this on both sides of the fence. Okay, I try to not just jump straight to, oh, it's going to destroy the market. It's going to do, I think, what weighing did to the market, right? People start charging a premium for Wade. People start charging under market for light, and you have to trust the people that say that it's not Wade, right? That's one of the things. I think this might, and I wrote here, so it could hyper increase prices on certain packs and hyper decrease prices on other packs. So that's what I foresee happening if this becomes mainstream. I hope it doesn't. There's nothing we can do to stop it other than, them boycotting these companies. But, there's people out there, I'm not one of them, that has heavy first edition base set packs, and the first thing they're probably going to want to do is know what's in them, and that's just a reality. I'm not going to be giving these guys any more smoke or any more attention, but this is disgusting. This is truly, like, this is like going to a magic show, paying for it, and it's like, how all the tricks are done. Like, what the hell are we even doing? It's truly diabolical. I mean, and the wording in here pisses me off even more, because it's not like, because number one, I know this is just like, these are CT scanning nerds that know how to do this, and they've probably been doing it for a long time and probably been getting paid under the table by people that have high-end packs, and they want to go fishing through their packs with a freaking with a scanner or whatever, like a medical scanner. Now they're bringing it public and trying to save us, and that's how they're packaging it. They're trying to save us from a problem we didn't even know we had. This disgusts me. Okay, on many levels. The major pro that I see, because I think there is a pro to this, is it might bring down vintage prices to a reasonable level, or at least what I remember it at when I entered. When I entered the hobby, there was no, a million YouTubers like myself, right? There was no, premiums for vintage and all this stuff. It was truly just, I could go out, EX packs were 20 to 30 bucks depending on the pack. First edition packs were obviously more expensive. Base set packs were 30, 40 bucks. First edition Jungle, I remember I bought a bunch for like 20 bucks, and I just opened them because I enjoyed it. It was at my pleasure. Now it's like, it's a degenerate gambling act when you open this stuff, because they're so expensive, and that's the only way that you can justify it with your mind. The one main pro that I could see from any of this, because if it's out of my hands and there's nothing that I can do, and I just have to sit on the bleachers and just watch the nuke go off, if that's what's going to happen to the market, which I don't think it's going to happen. Just so you know, this isn't all negative. I don't think that's going to happen. If it brings vintage down to a more reasonable level, I would love to have that feeling one more time of buying something and being able to open it off camera for my pleasure at my leisure. That's how I started. And I haven't had that feeling in years. Truly, I have not had that feeling in years. Because now, number one, because it's so expensive, I feel like I have to be documenting it when I open it. Not to mention having an effing YouTube channel where that's what I do. So it's like double, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense, okay? And then I wrote nothing. That was my other pro, is nothing. What I do know, guys, is I know human nature. I know I've seen great power in the wrong hands, okay? We all have. And that's what this is, okay? That's what this is. And let me tell you something. We've read the stories. We've seen the movies, okay? It never is used for good. It's always used for evil. And the intentions and what I've seen from the wording alone from this company, and how they started here and then instantly went here, and it's because they want to even the playing field against bigwig, TCG Illuminati. That's even more of a reason for me to hate you, okay, for doing something like this, because this strikes at the heart of what's great about this hobby, is the chance, right? Is the not knowing part. And this strips the exhilaration of getting a big hit, of that feeling of holding that pull in your hand for the first time, you like that accomplishment, like you did it. This strips people of that, and I hate that, and I don't like that, and I don't like this whole thing because of that. I also talked about this with a friend. I'm not even worried about Pokemon as much as I'm worried. I'm not, you know what? I'm actually not worried because I'm not in it. But if I was in the sports card sector, okay, and I was deeply, heavily invested in vintage sealed sports cards, I would be highly, highly frightened for my future there. Because that is a multi-billion-dollar, not to say that Pokemon's not, but like just the cards that people own and just some like these one-of-ones. I've seen cards sell for $500,000. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen these sports cards where they're insane. And you know what? It'll be even easier because what they'll be looking for, okay, is not the picture, right? You can see MJ, right, shooting the J. It's gonna be that little chrome one-of-one that they put on the card or whatever, right? That's what they're gonna be looking for. And this thing seems to pick up lettering and holographic, you know, the wording very well. So I would be deathly afraid if I was heavily invested in sports cards, because that might, I don't think it's gonna be super positive for Pokemon in general if it becomes mainstream, but it might decimate sports cards for that reason. So yeah, those are my thoughts, guys. I hope that was cohesive. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I am firmly on this side of the fence on this after what I've seen here. There is no good outcome, I think, for this type of behavior and this type of company, especially from their little testimonials and what they wrote here. This is disgusting. It's filth. And God help you if I see that you are in some way promoting or employed by a company like this. Let me know your thoughts down below. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next live or the next episode. Peace.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. It's time to hit the button already. Do it now. What do you think, I'm dancing for free here?